Hi, my name is Amber Foster from Durant, Oklahoma, and today I'm going to show you an easy DIY backsplash that any farmhouse lover would be envious of. We're going to turn this inexpensive, hideous brick paneling into a gorgeous backsplash. We started with a completely bare backsplash. Measure the length and height of each panel will need to be cut to. Now mark the panels to the correct size to be cut and cut them with the saw of your choice. I used a jigsaw and a table saw to make the cuts. Cutting the panels to size is a little like a game of Tetris. You may have to waist cut a few rows so that they line up when they are hung end to end, side by side. I found it easiest to lay the panels flat on the ground in a line as I cut them to make sure they lined up exactly. Next, you will need to take the panels in and mark where notches may need to be cut in order for the panels to fit under the cabinets. I just used the table saw to cut back and forth to make a notch in the panels. The next tip is super helpful for cutting the holes for the outlets. Take a tube of toothpaste and squirt a little on the corners of each outlet, then slide your panels into place. Then remove them again and the toothpaste will have transferred to the back of the panel, showing where you need to cut the hole for the outlet. To get the exact size of the cut needed, trace the outlet cover and then cut your hole slightly smaller. Now you're ready to set your panels in place. First, put construction adhesive on the back of the panels and then press them into place. Use a nail gun or panel nails to attach the panels into place.
This project could really very easily be done in a day if you didn't have kids harassing you. If you have kids that want food and need bathing and that sort of thing, it's taken me about 2 days. Don't do too much black. I did too much on the first ball.
Then use a wet rag to blend all the colors together. Lastly, spread the spackle on like a thin coat of icing.
So see, this is really forgiving too, like if you didn't cut very straight, which I did not, on this last piece, there's this big gap. I'm just gonna fill it in with this stuff. So easy. And so cheap. Like these big panels were $30 a piece, and I used the whole one and then like just a tiny piece off the second one, and then you can kind of go back and smooth it if you want. I kind of like it messy. Okay, now we're gonna go to the next step, which is super messy. So this is grout, like what you would use for towel. It's pre-mixed. I'm going to drop it all over my counter. I'm going to make a huge mess, but it will all wipe up. Where the mortar would be on the brick, that's where you're going to put this stuff with your fingers. And theoretically, I guess you could wait for dry time on this stuff. If you watch me very long, you know I ain't got time for that. So this is the most time-consuming part. I really wish it would have squeezed out of the pastry bag. And now that I think about it, I think they sell some that's in a squeezable tube. You should probably get that if you do it. Get the kind that's in the squeezable tube, and then you don't have to use your fingers. So this is the last step. After you put the grout on, you just have to let it dry. I thought I was gonna like put a wax on it and maybe antique it, but the other wall is almost dry, and I really like how it's turned out. So I'm not going to do the bottom. I tried to do some of the bottom ones on the other one, and I think I'm just going to caulk the bottom. I think that's going to be easier. But yeah, this just gives it a lot of dimension, and it's really what makes it look like real brick.
I hope this inspires you to do a faux brick backsplash for your farmhouse kitchen.